Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It, the show where we play every roguelike in history. I'm your host, Boston, and joining me as always is Moonpeer.
Hello.
And Monkey Sr.
Hello.
So we asked the most important question of the show. Monkey, have you beat Hades?
I have beat Hades.
Yes! Hooray!
Did you
either of you done it yet?
No.
Oh.
I unfortunately I had like very little time this week. I only managed to get basically about half an hour, and in that half an hour I unlocked like 2 new types of people. Oh
wow.
I unlocked Thanatos.
Nice.
Who is kind of cool, and I totally want to cosplay as him one day. And I unlocked maybe 2 other people who I've not seen before.
Wow.
But yeah, I did a couple of runs. I got smashed down by the bosses of the 3rd floor frequently, which is really starting to annoy me now.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They're rough.
So, I had like the run to end all runs this week. I misunderstood
because you didn't beat the game.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. We talked about chaos last week, and I misunderstood the chaos doors because I thought in my Binding of Isaac brain, oh, I can pay money to skip to the next floor, or I can pay health to skip to the next floor. Mm-hmm. No, that's Chaos's door.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to meet Chaos, and he gave me his 3 options, and the one I really liked was, for the next 6 chambers, you cannot pick up your cast after it drops off an enemy for 12 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And what was the boon you got after that?
Your attack does 61% more damage.
Oh,
and I was like,
those are great.
Yep, let's scoop it up. But then, halfway through that floor, that was the first room of the first floor, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then halfway through that floor, I ran into another one of his doors. I was like, yeah, man, let's go down. Let's go check him out. Because I needed to give him a gift anyway to unlock his heirloom, which I did. His next one was 45% slower movement speed for 3 chambers, then plus 35% attack. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
So by the end of the first floor, I doubled my attack without having really upgraded anything. I destroyed that run. I didn't die my first time until I fought Hades. I destroyed those 2 bosses on the 3rd floor. Like, it was... Oh, and the very first upgrade I picked up in the very first room was the one, Moon, you had mentioned, which is like, take away 60% of your health, but regain health when you do a hit. And I was like, well, it's the first room. Why don't I just take away my health now and just get the Minotaur hearts and just kind of build it back up? I wrecked that run until Hades dies at the end of the first phase. And then he went berserk on me and stomped my face in the snow.
Yep.
So I agree. I don't think you can win your first run. Like
he does that every time. He does have those 2 phases, and
yeah, but like the amount of damage he put out, and like the amount of, I'm sure you could win that first one, but like I feel like it's pretty unlikely.
Funnily enough, the first time I got to Hades was using that specific upgrade. Was it on the sword that you had it? The basic body?
Yeah, just the sword.
Yeah.
Yep.
The first time I got up to Hades was because of that upgrade. Because it's just like, that's fine, Megari. You can do 12 health. I'm going to hit you 4 times right after you do that damage to me and get all of that health back again.
And I have 3 or 4, like one of those cast diamonds. So I'm putting 4 of those in a boss, and I'm doing like 160% additional damage. So I destroyed that run. It was a lot of fun. And the 4th floor, I like the quote unquote boss that's there.
yeah.
Cause I ran into it and I was like, no. Oh, okay. It's not bad.
Yeah. When I first saw him, I was like, don't make me fight him. Please don't.
Please,
and then,
please don't.
Yes. And
He just needs me to find something.
I really like when you give it to him. You know how for all the other bosses it's like, Fury vanquished or whatever, right? And for Cerberus, it's always different, but it's all of them are so funny. Like one of them is Cerberus destroyed, and then below it, it's a subtext that's like his meal. So
that's really good. Yeah, I that was a really great run. I really liked going back to the hub area after that, and the game is just like, all right, man, here's the 50 things you just unlocked, like a gun, and like here you can use the Titan blood now, and here's a bunch of new people. Also, I didn't realize this until a friend of the show, Mackie, mentioned this in Discord. There's a second set of perks in the mirror, which I did not realize, and some of them are pretty solid. So now I have to like rethink my entire build because I didn't realize you could select the little like double arrow things. I wish I had more time to play Hades. I only got a chance to do like 2 runs this week, and after that run, I was sort of like, yeah, this I'm gonna finish this week on like a high note.
Yeah, I had a lot of time to play. You asked me if I beat it. I beat it 5 times this week.
Nice.
That works.
Yeah, and that first time I beat it was that time this week on Discord that I said, man, there's a lot in this game.
Yeah. I think that's one of my concerns about this, playing this game for this show, is I'm going to want to keep playing it once we're done, because I feel like all 3 of us, even though we're at different stages of our playthrough, like all of us have barely scratched the surface. I keep hearing people say like, oh yeah, I beat it for like the 15th time and I'm still unlocking stuff. And I was like, oh my God. Like, number 1, that's awesome. Number 2, this game seems like one of the best like $20 values in video games.
Yeah. So, some of the stuff I've unlocked, there's fishing.
Yep. I got that one.
I haven't bought that one yet, but that's the next one I want to do.
And so I unlocked that, and on my first winning run, at the very start of it, Poseidon just appeared. I was like, okay, I'll get a Poseidon rune, boon.
Sure.
And he just straight up gave me his legendary boon that gives plus 20% for fish. And I was like, oh, this will be an interesting run. I got
thanks, buddy.
10 fish by the end of that run, which is really good because the fish, when you go back to the hub, you give it to the chef, and then he just gives you a bunch of stuff. Like,
oh wow,
awesome!
Yeah, just any of. I think all the fish have a chance to give any of the like the upgrade material. Yeah, so that's super cool. The duo effects that I was talking about last week.
I got my first one.
Really strong.
Yeah, I got one between Zeus and someone else. So I think it was something dashing and doing something and lightning at the same time.
And the one I had for my winning run was Ares and Aphrodite, and it's Doom effect deals, or no, it's Doom continuously hits weak foes.
Oh,
so like you put the weak and then you put the Doom and then it just constantly hits them. And
wow.
I also got on that run Doom effects deal more damage when applied multiple times. So if it's continuously doing it, it's staying there, right? So each time I put Doom, it just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Like exponentially?
Yeah.
So it turns Doom into a damage over time, and then it turns it into a stackable damage over time.
Yeah. So
right.
That was a
That's
really strong
nuts.
run. And I also got Aphrodite's call on that run, or Aphrodite's aid. And reading it, I thought it wouldn't really do that much, but I didn't realize just how much 2,500 damage what really was. When I was using it on Hades, it just like took a whole chunk of his health, and I was like, oh, it actually does do some damage.
Right. Interesting.
And then for beating it, I unlocked the thing called Pact of Punishment, which it's basically modifiers for a run.
Ooh.
Each modifier adds heat to you, I guess, and you get better rewards when your heat is full. Your heat capacity is full, and then when you escape, your heat capacity grows. You start out with one capacity, and the modifiers are things like enemies have more health or damage, right, and like basic stuff like that. And then it goes up, or those are like one cost usually, and then you can add armored foes have perks, so they become Isaac's champions.
Oh no.
And then there's things like you have to purge one boon to get to the next floor.
Oh wow.
Every floor, and it's like, wow, these things can really change it. And then you can mix and match them. Obviously, you have to the more you beat it, the more you need, the more heat you need, and having that full bar of heat gives you more rewards from each of the bosses when you beat them. Because like right now, you guys should be, whenever you beat Megara, or
I'm at the point
probably
where, I think for me it seems to be I'm getting new rewards for every different type of weapon that I'm using.
Each weapon has their own set. Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, every time you do it with the same weapon, you would only get like darkness or whatever. This is how you would get a lot more stuff.
Interesting.
What else do I have? The extra forms for the weapons are really cool. That you unlock with the Titan's blood.
Yeah, I've started doing that.
Those are so cool.
Some of the other, I'm really interested in the secondary bow one, because while I'm not great with the bow, the secondary bow one said basically, Boston, it turns your special into a heat-seeking special. So if you attack somebody with your normal attack and then hit the special button, it attacks that person. There's less arrows, but they're homing arrows.
Yeah, that one's really strong. I actually got one of my other wins with that one, and it got pretty strong. What else do I have? I got full hearts with Charon, Skelly, and Dusa.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, and doing full hearts with Skelly, and then it's not quite full hearts with Dusa, but it's close. That they give you a summonable companion.
Oh no!
That's that row below the keepsakes in the.
Okay.
So you can summon them once per run, and you can upgrade that to have more summons. And Skelly summons him, and he's just a distraction, and he has 250 health. Dusa shoots rocks for 30 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
So they're pretty good. I always use them on the Theseus and
the Minotaur
fight.
Yeah,
because having them two it's still just
it's a tough
hard.
fight.
It's a tough fight.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm curious then if when you get the Greek gods one, they will give you the ability to do the same thing that Theseus does in that fight, where he calls like for whoever the god is that he wants to call for, and if it's like Athena, he calls down the rains of arrows. Like, I'm curious if they will have a summon similar to that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, maybe because I did see there was 6 slots, I think, so
something
maybe
like that,
only particular characters, because Charon didn't give me any companions. So. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, I played a lot this week.
Yeah, that was a good week. Yeah. All right, any last thoughts here for week 3 of Hades?
Yeah, it's spoil alert. Go bloody play Hades.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else we have to do to sell you on this, but Hades is really good. Yeah. All right, well, that's it for this week, and we'll see you all next run. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.